All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So we're back with another Call of Duty related video, gaming video. Now, this is Black Ops 6 again. I did my review on it. I watched, well, the beta of Black Ops 6. We reacted to Noisy Butters. She did her review on it, shout out to her. Now we're going to react to the Act Man. Now, I've been watching the Act Man for actually since I was in middle school, I think. I've been watching the Act Man for a long time. He is actually my first gaming channel that I've ever watched on YouTube. And I fell in love with his videos because of the Halo videos that he did back then, you know. And if you guys don't know, I am a Halo fan at heart. Okay, I love Halo. I do. If it weren't for Halo, I would not be playing Call of Duty. I promise you, I wouldn't. I would not be playing Call of Duty. If Halo right now was hotter than Call of Duty and better than Call of Duty right now, I would be playing Halo every single day, probably. And I can get deep into how Halo fell off and stuff like that when Bungie left and 343 Industries took over and stuff like that. But literally, I got hooked to the Act Man here for for a long time, about 10 years ago, and his videos is hilarious. His humor is hilarious. Like, I would love to meet the man one day and strictly talk Halo. I would love to talk. I would love to do a Halo video with him. Uh, yeah, man. Yeah. So, without further ado, he did his review on Black Ops 6, and the beta was 2 weekends ago. And he played it, he live streamed it, and I know he liked it because you can see the title. Treyarch is Treyarch cooking with Black Ops 6? Yes, it is. Because I had fun with Black Ops 6 beta. I did. I miss playing Black Ops 6. And I only played it for 2 weekends. And I can't wait till it get released. You know what I'm saying? I already pre-ordered it. It's gonna download when the game comes out. Of course, I'm gonna play the campaign first, just to get my barracks right. Even though I played the beta, I'm gonna play the campaign first. I heard the campaign is really good, and we saw a snippet of it and stuff. Then hop straight into multiplayer. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and get right on into it. My dream Warzone. I would love to be in a party with me. Well, well, I would love to be in a Call of Duty party with the Actman, Noisy Brothers, Tim the Tap Man, and me. That would be my dream party to play Call of Duty with those three. To play Call of Duty with those three, I feel like my gaming will be complete. All right. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. Where's my cursor? Okay.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has had the longest development cycle of any game in the COD franchise.
4 years.
Which breaks tradition from the typical 3-year cycle most of the series has been created under. Excluding, of course, last year's entry, Modern Warfare 3, which was developed over a 3-day weekend. A weekend fueled by unfathomable amounts of cocaine. But here we are for the 7th year in a row, playing a beta of a new COD just a couple months before it comes out. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if my heart's in it anymore. I mean, it's Call of Duty. It's just the same thing year after year. So we might as well get this over with. I'm gonna check it out. Probably gonna be disappointed. All right, Treyarch, what do you got for me? Okay, what is that? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a triple kill. Oh my god! My back! Get out of the way!
My back.
Ooh,
That's from the Spider-Man movie.
oh my god, they've actually been cooking. Can you believe it? Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Shout out to Jack Wall, by the way, the composer for Black Ops 6. Give this man some fucking props and praise. This legend has worked on the Mass Effect series as well as other COD games, including Black Ops 2. The main menu of a Call of Duty game is so important, even though it might seem like a a small snippet of the game, it sets the tone. It's
It
what players
does.
are going to hear every time they boot up the game, and Black Ops 6 has nailed the Black Ops vibe.
Of course. Now, when you hear the music, when you that's like the tone when you first hear the music. When you boot up the main menu in Call of Duty, the music sets, he said it best, it sets the tone and you feel the vibe of the game, of the atmosphere when you first get into it, before you play a match. For example, they say Call of Duty World at War had the most eeriest feeling, not World War II, World at War. The first World War II game, World at War, I think came out like 2008 or 9 or something. That was good. That was good. So I get what he's saying. Few Call of Duties lately didn't hit it. With the music and stuff. But but we're not gonna get too much into that. Let's get right in. Let's go back.
Raining the Fire is as good, if not arguably better, than Adrenaline from Black Ops 2. But maybe I'll do a tier list of main menu themes. That'd be a fun video for the second channel. Go subscribe to Ackman TV. In a previous video,
I didn't know he had a second channel.
Gameplay showcases, and I said Black Ops 6 looked too good to be true. And now I have a chance to see if it really is. I think you can tell a lot about a company's intentions based on their marketing. What is Treyarch and Activision's strategy for selling you on their latest product? Step number 1, in your promotional trailers, write in big bold letters, round-based zombies is back. That's right, fellas. After years of wandering through the darkness with Warzone zombies and whatever the fuck Vanguard was, we have come to the light at the end of the tunnel. Round-based zombies is back.
We made it. We won it.
After years of endless complaining, Treyarch has at last decided that, well, we were right the whole time. Round-based zombies is the superior version. Sorry, Warzone zombies, better luck next year. Right now, Activision is ramping up the marketing for Black Ops 6, and one way they're doing this...
Here's the thing about zombies. I've never been a zombies person. That's just me. I've never been a zombies person. I just couldn't get into the zombies. That's just me. The first zombies thing that I've ever played is not technically zombies, was Call of Duty Ghosts Extinction. And I only played that local with me and my father, because my father, he plays Call of Duty. Still to this day, he plays Call of Duty. But back then, we used to play Extinction together. And that's what made it fun. Me and my father, gaming together and stuff like that, trying to kill aliens and stuff. But I didn't know it. That was at the time I didn't know anything about zombies. But then once I got into it and stuff like that, I just couldn't really get into zombies. But I did play a snippet of Black Ops 2 zombies. And was it Black Ops 1 or 2, the one with that bus and you traveling? That one was fun. Yeah, I remember that one. That one was fun. It was. And Black Ops 3 zombies was fun as well. It was. The last zombies mode that I played fully was Black Ops Cold War zombies. And I played a match of 2 hours straight. And my hands was sweating in a controller. And I wasn't... It was a point where I was generally like, I don't know if I was having fun, but it was a point I was like, okay, when is this match is going to be over? Because about the dude who I was playing with, he just wouldn't die. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, I want this match to be over. It's cool, 2 hours long. Like, that's my record. But still, I just couldn't get into, I just can't get into zombies. I just couldn't. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this one plays out,
It's driving around the United States Capitol on a bus with the words, "The truth lies" on it. Now, fellas, in the past, we've talked about how Call of Duty may have lost their balls. That's balls right there. That's balls. They have reclaimed their testicles. All of the Call of Duty games not set in the future have had some kind of direct link with either past or current politics and social issues, and I think putting themselves in the heart of politics in America is a fantastic decision, especially given how prevalent misinformation is on social media and the internet these days. Oh, hello, IGN. It's funny that your logo just appeared on screen for no reason. What a coincidence. I just thought it was a genius idea to go with the whole "the truth lies" marketing campaign. It's very fitting for the Black Ops brand. You know what I want to see in the
Yeah,
campaign?
it is.
I want to see Reznov show up and he's like, "Actually, Mason, I was alive the whole time."
Actually, in the campaign, they actually rumored that one of the missions in this year's campaign is going to include 9/11. Now, to be honest with you, that would be pretty cool if they did that. You know, if they make it bad, like, if they make it badass, excuse my language, if they make it good, like really good, like you're on the plane fighting the Israelites or Muslims or whoever it was. Had a long day, long day. But you know, if they did, like, if we was on the plane fighting the terrorists, you know, and then the plane crashes into the building, you know, and then they show the scenes of the footage and stuff, you know, and then they switch over to inside the building. You're the civilian trying to get out the building, the World Trade Center and stuff. That would be a cool mission in Call of Duty. I promise you it would be a cool mission in Call of Duty. If they did that, now Activision haven't really hinted that or talked about that. Treyarch haven't talked about that in this, so I don't think it's in here. I don't think it's true. But if they did do that, man. Actually, the Modern Warfare series should do the 9/11 mission. Okay? When I say the Modern Warfare series, I would say the Modern Warfare series, the the original trilogy. If the original trilogy did the 9/11 mission, whoa. Hey, but if any studio did it now, Treyarch will be the best one to do it.
Well, I wasn't in.
As I've said in the past, first impressions matter a lot, and right now,
It
Black
does.
Ops 6 has the vibes. I'm down with it. But marketing isn't the same as gameplay, so let's dive into the multiplayer. Black Ops 6 could be the most well-rounded, competent Call of Duty we've seen in years. Usually there are some orange or red flags you get while playing the beta, but I didn't really see any. I mean, outside of the obvious pre-order the Vault Edition to get early access to Russell Adler's ballsack. Pre-order? Have you fucking pre-ordered yet? It's weird though. I'm like, I feel out of my element. Usually I have a bunch of shit to talk, but I don't really have any major criticisms. All my notes.
That's
just
good.
say, yeah, it's good. Really? Is that all right? Well,
That's good because he criticizes a lot on bad stuff. That is good. That's how you know this is going to be a good game.
run with it. I always approach Call of Duty betas with a great deal of skepticism, and Treyarch, they've been cooking. Come October 25th, we're gonna be eating good. There are a couple areas of concern, but we'll get into that. First off, the maps. It's always a difficult thing to get right in Call of Duty. We've seen what happens when map design leans too heavily in one direction. We've got the extreme linearity of COD World War II's 3-lane design.
3-lane
And
maps,
Modern Warfare
yep.
2019's overly complex formula. There will be 16 maps at release for Black Ops 6, and we got to test 4 in the beta. I enjoyed them all. Although
I didn't think Modern Warfare 2019's maps were that complicated. Actually, to be honest with you, now I think about it, they actually kind of were. But they were. It was still fun. You know, it was complicated, but the gunplay and the movement and the realism of Modern Warfare 2019 was chef's kiss. And really, the complex of those maps in NW 2019, that's what made the game more challenging. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I get where he's coming from, though.
America's talked about going back to COD's 3-lane map design, which gives me PTSD. I never felt like I only had 3 choices in how I traversed the map. or that when I go out into the open, I'm not being shot from 8 different directions and have all
Yep.
these sight lines that I can't account for.
Yep.
See, we all enjoy the core Call of Duty gameplay, but what separates the awesome COD multiplayers from the bad or mediocre, it often boils down to what gets in the way of that gameplay experience. Is it ghosts, where you find like 5 people to shoot in a 10-minute match? Yeah, that gets in the way of the gameplay. So by simply saying the maps in Black Ops 6 are fun and I don't hate them, that's like all you
They
really
are.
need to say. Managing sightlines
Yeah.
and potential angles an enemy can have on you is a huge part of getting good in Call of Duty. Knowing the map, knowing where you are likely to be shot from. What I like about Black Ops 6 is that you can actually jump across and mantle through much of the environment in ways that older Call of Duties would have just blocked off with invisible barriers.
Yep.
You can get creative
Yep.
with the movement, and if it looks like you can jump or mantle on something, chances are you can. One cool new feature is the auto lean. Whenever you're next to cover, you'll automatically lean towards it. It feels smooth and natural and doesn't require the player to hit any keys or buttons to do it.
Yep.
I played this on Xbox with a controller, and I found that I didn't really feel outclassed by PC players using a mouse and keyboard.
Yep.
I think this game is more casual friendly. Scud is
Yep.
like a smaller version of Airfield from World at War. Rewind gives me Burger Town vibes. Apparently Vorkuta's gonna be a map in here too. Like, why are we just doing that now? I mean, hot damn, that's a good idea. But it also feels like every weapon type is viable on every map. Despite the omni movement and how fast and crazy players can move, that doesn't mean LMGs are outclassed by SMGs. It doesn't mean you can't snipe on certain maps or you can't quick scope. I'm a huge fan of dynamic, even gimmicky map design. You know, having things
Now, was this the map right here?
players can interact with, like a hidden path behind a bookcase.
Ooh,
Fuck! That was pretty great. That's like
I didn't know that. But yeah, the maps in this game, I said this in my previous video. Even Noisy Brother said this. The maps in this game are great. I like every single map in this game except for one. I forgot what it's called, but it's like you're inside of a Capitol building, and it's that metal circle. It's like this circular structure in the middle. That map is BS. That map is like a elevated version, tweaked out, hot. I don't know how to explain it. That's like a cracked out, updated, newly designed version of Shipment. I don't know what it is. That map was making me mad. I do not like that map. That's the only map I don't like, because that was the only map where straight anything you can think of BS. Okay, so yeah, come on.
out of a spy movie. Yes, more of that, please. I love these types of map interactions because they let the player exert some control over the environment. I love getting killed by things like exploding cars or explosive barrels. Wow, he got me with the barrels! He got me with the explosive barrels! That's
Wow.
sick because it makes the environments feel real. Like,
Yep.
yes, there would be oil barrels and exploding cars and shit like that. I still think Call of Duty could benefit greatly from map destruction or like a smaller version of Battlefield's Levolution, but you know what, this is all right. Although based on the Call
That'd
of
be
Duty
cool.
website, it sounds like all of the maps at launch will be small to medium sized. All the launch maps are small to medium sized with traditional 3-lane routes and have been meticulously designed to fully realize the signature Call of Duty Black Ops experience. This means offering rapid, energetic combat along with a variety of scenic set pieces, cover opportunities, and ranged thoroughfares, interesting word, to ensure your favorite style of play is catered to, from close quarter strikes to long range sniping, with emphasis always on the action. This culminates into tighter gameplay that's perfectly suited to Omni movement. That's a great description. However, one issue
Okay.
I have is that we're gonna be missing maps like Wasteland that are more catered to a specific long range style of engagement. It sounds like we're not going to get maps that are more specialized on providing a specific experience, rather maps that can provide all the experiences all the time. Something to consider. You know, big maps are fun too. I love Ground War. Doesn't sound like we're getting that, and I don't know if it's being replaced with anything. So while the 4 maps in the beta play well, we might be facing an issue in regards to variety. Now let's talk about
Okay.
Omni movement. This new system allows you to sprint and slide in any
Well, let me tell you something about the the big maps. I'm not a big fan of big maps because I'm not a I'm not a sniper type dude, and I'm not a camping type dude. I'm a run and gun type player. I like to meet you face to face and classic mano a mano, Western style face to face shootout. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just me. I don't do all that drop shotting. I don't do that drop shotting, jumping around like you Super Mario Bros or something. I don't do none of that. I feel like you don't need to do that to win a gunfight. And I know how to defend against that. I know how to win against that without doing all that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but still, the long range, the big maps, I'm not really a huge fan of. But the one game that I have had a big fan, that I did have a big enjoyment of big maps, was MW's 19 big maps on certain game modes, and of course the war mode in World War II. So, yeah.
Direction while facing any direction. I feel like we should have gotten this a long time ago as far as innovation in Call of Duty, but hey, we got it now, so I'll take it. One major problem I've had with recent Call of Duty installments is the huge skill gap in terms of movement. A player on console using a controller is at a huge disadvantage when going up against someone on mouse and keyboard because of shit like
Thank you. Thank you, Act-Man. Thank you. My God. You don't understand. You don't understand. Like I'm a console player. I use a controller, okay? It's hard for me to use a mouse and keyboard. I don't know how y'all do it. It's super hard to do, and I'm sure he's going to get into it. But he is right. It is a huge disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? It is a huge disadvantage. Like, I have a buddy of mine who hates PCs. When he's not talking about the PC itself, he hates PC players because they have so much an advantage and assists and upgrades and cheat codes and stuff. Some of them do use cheat codes and cheat and stuff like that, whatever. And like I said, that's a whole nother topic. Well, that's a whole. I'm not gonna get that deep into that. But PC players have such a huge advantage against console players. Okay, so he's about to get into it because he is absolutely right.
console using a controller is at a huge disadvantage when going up against someone on mouse and keyboard because of shit like this.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
The movement mechanics
Yes, exactly. Cause you like that type of stuff happened to me almost every match in Warzone. When that BS happens, I just be like, I just run away, and I'm real good at of getting the heck out of Dodge. I'm real good at that. But for some odd reason, even when you do run away, sometimes I do get away. Of course, I want to stay and fight. Most of the time, I do stay and fight. But if you do that too much, that if you do all that movement around me, like for real, that makes the games that don't make the game fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you gotta cheat? Like, oh, that's because he got his sensitivity on crazy and insane. I don't care. It's still not fair. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they run super faster than console players. Like, if you're sprinting full speed double time, PC sprinting full speed double time, here's the console, here's the PC. Like, here's the console, here's the PC. Like, straight like that. Like, console and then PC. That's the difference. Both running double time speed.
are much
Sprinting.
easier to exploit on mouse and keyboard, and that's the key word, exploit. Omni movement is not an exploit, it's a base mechanic. And during my 5 or 6 hours in the beta, I never felt like players were exploiting movement in a way that was frustrating to go up against. That's the common theme, is that Black Ops 6 is removing the more frustrating, annoying aspects of the gameplay experience. I've also noticed that people drop-shotting is not as annoying. I'm not getting quick-scoped all of the fucking time. Black Ops 6 is less about sprinting and slide canceling constantly like a crackhead, and it's more about timing these things properly. Like timing a dolphin dive down a staircase to get the jump on your enemies, rather than diving across every sightline. The Omni movement opens up so many possibilities for hilarious moments. Oh my god! I respect it. I respect that place so much, you have no idea. Oh my god, that guy's a fucking Chad. Ooh! Yo!
That is cool. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that.
Got a double kill. Oh my god.
You gonna do it
If you're
again.
being chased
Oh,
and
you didn't
sprinting
show
away,
it.
you can slide backwards without having to look backwards. You know what I mean? Almost like a ninja moment in Halo. Even with all this crazy movement, you would think SMGs are going to be the meta, which they probably are. But I'm an LMG Chad, and I can still fucking dominate a lobby by good positioning. Omni movement is a total game changer for the better. And how appropriate.
Me personally, I'm an assault rifle guy. I call myself an assault rifle king. Okay? I can beat somebody one-on-one with, if they're using an SMG and I'm using a assault rifle, I'm still gonna put up a good fight, and I'm still gonna have a better chance of beating you because I'm that good with an assault rifle. Okay? But of course, SMGs. This game, it looks like the meta too. It looks like SMGs may be the meta, you know, depending on what guns comes out at launch and when they put more guns in future updates and stuff like that. But in this game, when I dominated more with the assault rifle in this game more than an SMG. You get what I'm saying? And because really, there was a SMG that was really getting overused in the beta. I don't know what it's called, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But I feel like it's an even playing field. Like, I feel like with this game, it's definitely an even playing field with SMGs, assault rifles, and LMGs. I feel like it's an even playing field. Like, it's well balanced. I feel like the gunplay is very balanced in this game.
They gave Black Ops 6 the tagline, "Move like an action hero." Move like an action hero. I think the movement is just sweaty enough to make a difference in key moments, but not so sweaty that you'll be abusing it constantly throughout every match. Basically, casual players are going to have a much better time in this year's Call of Duty than last year's. I would know. I am a filthy casual. People could do some crazy shit with the Omni movement, like fucking 360 dolphin dive no scopes. Oh my god. Omni movement overall is a massive W for the series and opens up new possibilities for players to express themselves. Arguably one of the best additions to the game is the hostage mechanic.
I don't even know if
Oh
I
my
can go back
god!
and play Modern
No!
Warfare 3 for a
No!
living.
I'm a hostage!
Yeah,
Fuck,
right.
help!
It feels
Help,
weird.
for the love of God! Oh
God,
my
I
god, I'm dead.
I know you're
Run up behind a player, hold melee, take them captive, and you can voice chat with your prisoner and vice versa.
What are you gonna do now?
Let me go, baby!
That's what I call for your mama.
The entertainment
That's a cool mechanic that they added in. I did not know you could do that. Like when you assassinate, when you about to assassinate, you can just straight up assassinate them or hold them hostage. That's cool. You can voice chat with the person you holding hostage. Yo, and that audio clip he used from Baby Boy. Let's see. It's a call from your mama. I'm gonna say that every trip.
value of this mechanic is on full display already. Clips are going viral.
You're coming with me to the shower.
No!
Yup.
It's nice to see
Wow,
Call of Duty
Law
leaning
and
into
Order.
these types of social interactions that players can have.
Turn off your fucking mic, you bitch.
One of the more recurring issues with a new Call of Duty are the glitches, the hackers, and a general lack of polish these games have at release. I have only had one game crash so far, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't Treyarch's fault, it was the deep state trying to silence me. And just like that, we have been handed it now. This beta is clean, there is no real jank. It feels like they've spent 4 years on this. It feels like there's been more time spent on this than any other Call of Duty. And while I've seen clips of hackers going viral on Twitter, this may sound harsh to some viewers, but I believe if you use hacks like this in an online multiplayer game, you should be castrated. If this is the level of polish we can expect when Treyarch has 4 years to make Call of Duty, yeah, Activision, if I might pose a little suggestion, yeah, give them 4 years from now on, please.
Yeah.
The effects are noticeable. I could actually recommend this game to people.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think 4 years on a game is appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys notice, it takes so much longer to make a game than it is to make a blockbuster movie in theaters. To make a blockbuster movie in theaters, usually it takes a year of filming at most, well, a year and a half or 2 years. Then the director has to edit it and stuff like that, and send it to the studio or send it to the theaters and stuff like that and all that. But video games, yeah, video games max 4 years. I say 4 years is a good time span for any game to be worked on. 4 years, yeah. Because it gives them more time, it gives them more ideas, it gives them more testing, it gives them more time to listen to the bad critics, the complaints, and what to fix, what to add, and what to remove. And I believe the 4-year cycle I think that was the Halo. If you look back in the day with the Halo games, that had a 4 to 5 year cycle with Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, and 4. I think 4 too. And Reach and ODST and stuff like that. I think they had like a 4 year span of development, and of course it was made by Bungie. But yeah, 4 years. You can see the difference of a game being developed, it took 4 years to make, than a game that it took 1 to 2 years to make. Like, for example, Sledgehammer. Now, Sledgehammer, their last few Call of Duty games has been downhill, which is not Sledgehammer's fault, because Activision has been screwing Sledgehammer over. Nobody has been talking about this. Sledgehammer let Activision tell Sledgehammer to work on a game, literally, like, they give them like a year or 2 years, a 2 year limit to make a game. And that's why the last few Sledgehammer games has been dumpster juice, because they haven't really had that much time, and so I'm surprised Sledgehammer didn't leave Call of Duty, didn't leave Activision, because Activision has been screwing them over and stuff like that. Because, hey, but you can see how 4 years can really make an impact. Okay? Yeah, I recommend 4 years.
4 years of development is clearly the way to go. Time to kill is always a highly contentious topic in these games, and I've always preferred a longer time to kill. It seems like distance and range are far more important than ever. With longer time to kills at range, it means both players will have more time to strafe and send more shots downrange, which leads to more intense, longer firefights, but you can still delete people quickly in closer medium range.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a triple kill.
Oh, we're popping off, boys. We're popping off. I think this has a lot to do with the new system of damage multipliers. But the end result is that combat is much more interesting, and you have more
Let
opportunities
me see that
to
again.
turn the
Hold on.
tides
Let
if
me
someone
see
gets
that
the jump
again.
on you. And it means players have more meaningful decisions to make
Oh,
when to
I was wondering what happened. I was like, where the heck's the video? Okay. Yeah, the sound in this.
and it means players have more
Yeah, the sound in this game when you shooting at somebody sounds beautiful. See if I can find it.
Oh, we're popping off, boys. We're popping off. I think this has a lot to do with the new system of
Okay, let's take a look at that. I don't know if this is the actual thing. Chest, lower hip, leg, and stuff.
damage multipliers. But the end result
Oh,
is that
it
combat
ain't really
is
nothing.
much more interesting, and you have more opportunities to turn the tides if someone gets the jump on you. And it means players have more meaningful decisions to make of when to engage, disengage, hide behind cover, auto lean. Health regeneration is also pretty fast, so if you take some hits, you only have to stay out of the fight for a few seconds. It feels like the emphasis is on the action, and you don't feel like you ever have to lock yourself out of a firefight for extended periods of time. Now, on the customization side, many fans were hoping to see the return of the Pick 10 system, and sucks to suck, I'm glad it's not here. Fellas, we had like 8 games with it, okay? This new system's good. I felt Cold War did a pretty good job of class customization, and it seems that we are back to that. You've got
Okay.
3 perks, a tactical lethal, field upgrade, primary, secondary, the usual stuff, but you also have a wild card, which can give you an extra perk or a second primary weapon. But they've also added a specialist upgrade. No, not Black Ops 3 Ultimates. I'm not talking about that. This thing. If you run 3 perks of the same color, you unlock one of 3 bonus perks, granting you things like killing enemies, granting a movement speed and health regen buff. Or recon, where after you die, you can briefly see the positions of all the enemies on the map. A little busted. Or getting extra points for destroying enemy equipment. These bonus perks aren't so impactful that you feel like you need to run them, but they are a nice incentive for players to adopt a more specific play style. What they've also done is added a 3rd weapon slot for a dedicated melee weapon. My guess is maybe melee weapons weren't selling too well in the shop, so yeah.
I like that. I don't know if y'all saw that. His loadout class, it had Goku, Vegeta, and all them. Like, I like that. I think it had the Dragon Ball characters. I didn't see the other ones. All I saw was Goku and Vegeta. So I like that. That's a good idea.
Don't make me replace my secondary for
I like how you
a
did
melee
that.
weapon. Just give everybody an extra slot. Good idea. And you can swap to your melee weapon anytime by holding the melee button. Gunsmith returns a weapon anytime by holding the melee button. Gun for a dedicated melee weapon. My guess is maybe melee weapons weren't selling too well in the shop, so yeah. Don't make me replace my secondary for a melee weapon.
Yep.
Just give everybody an extra slot. Good
Yeah,
idea.
that's
and you
cool.
can swap to your melee weapon anytime by holding the melee button. Gunsmith returns as expected, but one key difference from previous gunsmiths is most attachments don't have any cons or negative effects on the firearms. Long gone.
That's
are
what
the
I have
days of
note.
Trying to put an attachment on only to see this dreaded minus ADS time. I don't know
Yep,
if it's going to be there in the full release, but I'm not able to see the numerical differences with attachments. Remember how you could open up the menus and see like all the stats, all the data? That was super informative in gauging how much impact an attachment would have on a weapon's performance, and I think it's a mistake to not have that or to hide that from the player. Hopefully that's not how it turns out at release. There does appear to be a smaller amount of weapons, kill streaks, and equipment this time around. Not too much feels new. Hopefully there's more at launch and afterwards. The RCXD, for example, is, well, I fucking suck with it. Really hard to control. Wait for it. Fuck, we'll get it. Damn it! Are you for real? Get out of the way! Damn it! But of course, it's just a skill issue. One thing that's cool is that
I have killed somebody with that RC thing. It's actually it's a cool feature to use, you know, when you run out of bullets and all that stuff, no ammo crate, and you just have that. It's a cool feature to have. I save that as my last resort.
the CUAV no longer is like a floating dot in the middle of the map that anybody can shoot down with 2 or 3 shots. It takes more fire to bring the CUAV down, so those are actually more valuable than they were before. Because it does suck when kill streaks are too easy to shoot down. The attack helicopter now automatically pings enemy players that it's shooting at on the map, which is super beneficial because even if it doesn't secure kills directly, you still get a better chance of getting the kill on the ground. You still get information. Little changes like this can go a long ways in making the game feel fresh while still utilizing the same types of kill streaks we've seen before. Now, as far as game modes go, this is my big area of concern because it seems like we're not getting a whole lot of variety come full release. Please put in Demolition again. Just why do I have to keep begging for it? It's the best mode. It's my favorite. But there are some important additions. Domination has been made vastly more interesting by having the 3 capture points be zones, like hard points, instead of small flags. This change makes playing the objective in Domination far less frustrating because you have more places to hide. When you're taking a point and you know someone's on that small flag, you know exactly where they're going to be, which makes it very risky to take said point. The one new mode they have is Kill Order, which is basically VIP from Halo, and this shit's pretty fun, not gonna lie. You have to protect your VT while going after your...
It is. Kill Order is my favorite mode. Is my favorite mode that they added in this thing. Favorite mode. Okay. Now he said they is basically the same thing from VIP from Halo and stuff like that. You know, have you noticed though, sometimes Call of Duty has took stuff from other game modes and stuff like that. They took in certain things from past Call of Duties. They took in things from Halo. They took in things from Gears of War. They took in things from Battlefield and stuff like that. You know, I actually am surprised that Call of Duty haven't made a World War I Call of Duty. I'm actually surprised they didn't do that yet. You know, a World War I Call of Duty. But I think, to be genuinely clear, I think this should be the. I'm gonna say this at the end.
Opponents, the longer the HVT survives, the more points your team gets. Unfortunately, the official COD website doesn't have a lengthy list of new or returning game modes. It's like, just give us more game modes. We have 20 fucking years worth of game modes to draw inspiration from or include. And it doesn't sound like Ground War is making an appearance, so yeah, a little concerning. We also have the return of map voting. Hooray! I can't remember if it was in Modern Warfare 3, but it's a feature that should always be included in Call of Duty so that we never have to play derail. They also brought back the fucking Black Ops end screen where you and the top 3 players on your team can spam emotes. You know what? It used to be cringe, but I think we've come full circle and now it is based. Luckily, if you're on the fence about...
I think the last time we saw the emotes was COD World War II. It was COD World War II, you know. I thought it was alright, you know. I think of course as the game goes on, they're gonna come out with more sick emotes and stuff like that, you know. So
investing $70 into the full game or not, you can try it out if you have Xbox Game Pass. So overall, Black Ops 6 feels much more accessible.
Yes, that's very beneficial. If you have Xbox, you know, if you don't know, Microsoft bought Activision, you know, Activision owns Call of Duty. So, Black Ops 6, if you got Xbox, you can pre-order it, you know. You can download, if you have Game Pass, you can download it on Game Pass. Okay? I didn't have to buy anything. I had the Game Pass. I pre-ordered it. You know, I bought it on Game Pass. I was already paying for Game Pass. I had Game Pass and I got Black Ops 6 for free. Duty Game Pass. Okay, if you got Game Pass, you can download Black Ops 6 for free. Okay, and that's very beneficial because I was so iffy on buying the next Call of Duty. I was so iffy of spending another $60 or $70 on another game. You know, if I'm not gonna have fun with it, if I'm only gonna be playing it just out of desperation or just to kill time or something like that. Like, I don't want to play a video game just to kill time. I mean, because time is valuable, okay? Of course, if you have some time to kill, if you want to take a break, cool. But I don't want that to be my main goal of playing a video game. I want to play a video game just to have fun, okay? Noisy Butter said it best. You should when you play a video game, you should be having fun, okay? Video games is all about having fun, bringing people together and having fun. If you're not having fun, then don't play the game. Don't torture yourself, okay? And it felt like I have for the past 3 or 4 years with Call of Duty. But it was the only game I played because ain't none of the other games were interesting to me except for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and there was probably other games too. I can't think of none right now.
Less oppressive to casuals, and tears down all the roadblocks to getting to the fun. The core Call of Duty combat, the fast-paced action. Overall, Treyarch has been cooking with Black Ops 6. They've taken the time to really nail this year's Call of Duty and get us back on track after last year's disaster. While I have concerns about map and mode variety and the amount of multiplayer content at release, that's pretty much it. The core experience is phenomenal. Is that the truth, or does the truth lie? I don't know anymore. Am I an agent of the deep state? Was I paid off? Are we all trapped in the Matrix and some Marxist communist agenda? I don't know anymore. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the Black Ops 6 beta in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the Act Man for more awesome content. All right, everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace.
I like it when he does that.
And guess what?
Okay. All right. So,
And you think?
okay. That was the Act Man. Get over to the Act Man. Subscribe to him. Tell him that Champagne Big Bro sent you. This is what I wanted to say afterwards. Dang, I actually forgot what I was going to say. What I was going to talk about? I always do this. What did I wanted to talk about at the end of this video?
Official COD website doesn't have a length of game modes to. I can't remember if it was in Modern Warfare.
I can't think of it. Obviously this is gonna get edited out. But yeah, I can't think of it. I can't. But hey, post comments down below. Let me know what you all think about this video. Go subscribe to the Act Man. Tell them that Champagne Big Rose sent you. And I will be most likely the next Call of Duty Black Ops. The next Call of Duty video that I'm going to make is the campaign review of Black Ops 6. I'm going to be playing the campaign, and I will give you my review on that. But other than that, yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed it. Post comments down below. Like I said, let me know what you all think about this video. And go subscribe to the Act Man. Tell them that Champagne Big Rose sent you. Please leave a like, subscribe, and share. And my book, The Prodigy 1, 2, and 3 is out now. Look at the description down below on Amazon. And I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, yeah. All right, y'all. God bless y'all. God bless. Y'all stay safe.